Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I didn't think I would be making a video like this, as you could probably already tell from the title what video this is. I didn't think I was making it, and the reason I didn't think I was making it was because when I was planning out my projects for the month, I originally didn't consider putting in NaNoWriMo. I was thinking April, July, we're not doing Camp NaNoWriMo because I just want to focus on projects, getting projects finished, and I already have like a really long list of projects I want to work on. I even remember saying in that video that I wasn't going to do Camp NaNoWriMo. Not Camp NaNoWriMo, not doing that again. Because if I have to work on a project, like I could technically count one of these as my Camp NaNoWriMo project, but then I feel more obligated to work on one than the other. I kind of want to work on them all equally, so I'm just going to have to not do Camp NaNoWriMo for that either. Things have changed. And the reason things have changed is because of one reason and one word. A one-word reason. Procrastination. I have put off these projects that I'm supposed to work on for so long. Like, if I was in the writing mood, I would write and write and write. But the problem is, I didn't stick to just the projects I had of the month. I would think, I'm going to do some writing in a different project. And then that would get me kind of burnt out in writing-wise, and I wouldn't write anymore. So then the projects I'm actually supposed to be working on weren't worked on at all. And one of the projects that I haven't been working on is my dystopian trilogy, which was supposed to be done by May. It is now June, almost July, and still it's not done, and it's not even close to being done. I just hit 50k recently of that project, so that's not very good. This probably isn't going to be like a super long video because I don't have many plans really, but I just thought I would film like a little what am I doing for Camp NaNoWriMo kind of thing. I'm going to start with the preparing for Camp NaNoWriMo because I have like 9 days before Camp NaNoWriMo starts from today. So I figured there could be a little bit of prep to make Camp NaNoWriMo a little bit more easier for me. So I thought I would just quickly explain to you all what exactly I'm doing to prepare for the month. Seeing as how during Camp NaNoWriMo my focus will be writing because I desperately need to write, I'm not really going to be doing much reading. But I do have a TBR that I was supposed to start reading from May. I gave myself like a new one because not all my books are here. They're at my parents' house, and if you didn't know, I don't live with my parents at the minute, so I don't really have the majority of my books, but I did buy some and I read none of them that were on the TBR. I read other books, I bought other books and read them, but I have not read the books I was supposed to read. That's like my first goal, to read 1 or 2 books, whether it's ebooks or physical books or both. The second goal I have for Camp NaNoWriMo, which I've already started yesterday, is to figure out chapters, which as you can see I've started already. I haven't written anything yet. I have to read over what I've already written for the first 17 chapters, and that scares me. I don't like rereading what I've written before I'm done with the draft, but I'm only going to skim it to figure out the plot points, to figure out what has to go moving forward, and also use the outline I made using the beat sheet for this book and kind of meshing them together to come up with the rest of the plot, because I currently have a lot of plot threads that, if I'm not careful, will lead to plot holes. I know it's just the first draft, but if I don't figure this out early in the drafting process, it will make things harder for me down the line. So that is the second plan I've got for Camp NaNoWriMo, which I'll be working on in the next few days as well. And my final goal pre-Camp NaNoWriMo is that I will work on the other projects I'm supposed to work on and not touch my dystopian trilogy until Camp NaNoWriMo. And the reason I'm doing this is because the third book is at 50k words. Not exactly like 50,300 something, but because it's at 50k, and during Camp Nano my goal is to add on words to finish the book, I'm just going to leave it at 50k. I'm not going to touch it until July. That also means that the other projects that I'm supposed to be working on will have some progress in before camp. Because even though a lot of the time my goals during Camp NaNoWriMo is to carry on projects in between, I don't think I can do that for this Camp NaNoWriMo because I will essentially be doing like a normal NaNoWriMo just in July. And I know that during a normal NaNoWriMo, my one main focus is the project I'm doing. So I already know that if I add on more projects during July, it's just going to add on more work to me, more stress, and I'm just not going to end up meeting that goal in the end. That is the goal, at least, to just work on them. And now Camp NaNoWriMo, something I originally was not going to do. My biggest and main goal, as you might have inferred from everything else I said, is to work on the last book of the dystopian trilogy, or TA3. I should just start calling it TA3. I always say this, it's just easier. The goal is to start working on that, and my word goal for camp is 50,000. Like a normal NaNoWriMo, except in July. If I add on 50,000 in July, it should be done by the end of July. That is the goal. That is the plan, and basically I just want this project done. It was supposed to be done so long ago and it just hasn't been, and now I've got a game plan to finish it, so it has to be done by July. That is the goal, 50,000 words for TA3, and that is why I'm kind of not writing anymore now that it's at 50k, because adding 50k is like, I feel like it's a good thing. Like 50k plus 50k, easy numbers to work with, I feel like. The rest of my goals for Camp NaNoWriMo are going to be less like writing related and more writing routine related, because my biggest and main goal is the 50k words, so I'm not going to add on like much to my workload. The second goal I have for Camp NaNoWriMo is to make a weekly writing vlog for July. I had weekly writing vlogs way back when and they just stopped because I stopped filming in general, but I feel like for Camp NaNoWriMo, to keep myself accountable and doing it, I should probably just film it. And I will know that every time I go to record, I have to do some writing, because I can't just make a video and doing nothing, as much as I would rather do that than write sometimes. And the last goal is to establish some form of a routine, whether that's getting up at a certain time, writing at a certain time for that many hours, as long as I have some form of routine, you know, something in place that I know this is the time I'll be writing in. I've tried routines in the past, they just haven't worked out, but seeing as though in July I will have the most time off in the year, it looks like July and August, I'll have the most time off. It just makes sense that my focus will be towards getting some sort of routine, and I already have kind of an idea what works for me based on how writing has gone for me in the past, so I do have a pretty good idea how this is going to work out. But I feel like if I just get into the routine of writing, even if I don't feel like writing one day, I will be in the habit of, this is when we write, so this is when we have to do it, so at least I will get some words written. But that is it. Those are my Camp Nano and pre-Camp Nano plans for this July. Didn't think I would be doing it. I know I mentioned that a lot in this video, unless I cut it out, which I hope I did. I didn't think I'd be doing it, but also I didn't think I'd be working on TA3 this far into the year. So hopefully Camp NaNoWriMo will fix all my problems. Hopefully. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you're planning to do for Camp NaNoWriMo, if you're doing it. If you're not, that's fine. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!